A girl imprisoned, enslaved, deceived by a force so evil, she has no choice but to destroy it. And she is not alone. This winter, ride the winds to vengeance. Panzer Dragoon Orta.
For graceful fury, there's no power greater than X.
Alright, today's review, starting off the week with a great game, Panzer Dragoon Orta on the original Xbox, only on Xbox. Got this game on launch day, pre-ordered it, and got a free strategy guide. Do they still make strategy guides? Is Prima still around? Yeah, I pre-ordered this knowing it wouldn't sell. Paid full price for it, $50. It hit the bargain bin like a month or two later. It was $20 a month or two later. Best startup screen ever. Xbox had a great startup screen. I want to say my second favorite startup screen ever is the original PlayStation. But yeah, big Sega fan, so I had to buy this game on launch day. I like to support companies I like and pay the full price. Even an obscure game like this, knowing it's going to be a bargain bin game in a couple of months. I don't know, it makes me feel better knowing I'm supporting the developers. When I saw the commercial for this game, I said, damn, this looks good. Played the commercial at the beginning of this video. This is life after Sega. Sega consoles, the Dreamcast already died, Sega's last console, so I was happy that Sega's putting games on the Xbox. I went with I went with Microsoft, because Sony, I like to think that Sony is the one that killed off Sega for good in the console business. PS2 crushed the Dreamcast, and Sega just couldn't compete in the hardware business anymore. So I went with Microsoft as a gesture, and then this game got released on the Xbox, so, you know, this is almost like Dreamcast 2 for me. The only way to play this game is on the Xbox. This game was never re-released in a downloadable form, never made a HD remix of this game, HD remake. So this is it. This is the only way to play Panzer Dragoon. 9.3 out of 10. Could have been a 9.5, 9.6. I will explain that later. This is going to be a long review. This game still looks good to this day. You know what? I might have to turn up the brightness setting a little bit. Yeah, let me turn up the brightness. Let me looking through the camera. You know what? It's showing up all right. Okay, let me just turn it up a little though, because this camera tends to record dark for some reason. Manual brightness. Okay, that's it. That's the highest the brightness will go. So hopefully it shows up okay. Okay, so this is an on-rail shooter. By on-rails, it means like your dragon is going where the screen takes you, where the camera takes you, but you could control it to dodge projectiles and to aim your gun. You have three different dragons you could change as: base wing, heavy wing, and glide wing. Base wing, you have a fast gun and you could lock onto a lot of enemies, have homing missiles. Heavy wing, you have a slower gun. You only could lock onto 4 enemies, but the missiles are strong. Glide wing is just a rapid fire plasma gun, no missiles. So that's the basics of the combat. I'm on base wing right now. See, when it's locking on, see that green thing? See, now I'm shooting missiles. It's going to be a sloppy playthrough because I'm trying to explain the gameplay. But I think I could pass the first level even if I get hit a few times. This game has brutal difficulty. So if you suck at video games, you might not like this one. But this game is so good that you're going to want to play it. Alright, so... Oh, and there's another thing. Radar right there. See that cone? That's your point of view, so you can rotate. So you got to keep looking at your radar constantly. I got hit a lot there. That's not good. Okay, just crashed into him. Okay, let me change the glide wing here. Okay, down here is your speed. See, speed boost. You lose a bar right there. This game is very deep. Lots of depth to this game. And it still looks good. This game's 2003, and look at this game. So right now I'm facing backwards to take out these enemies. See all the red dots on the radar? I'm facing them backwards. Okay, now I take them out. Now I'm facing front. There's going to be red right there. More enemies on the radar. One of the reasons I can't give it more than 9.3, so you could level up your dragon, see, right there. I wish they went with the RPG style, like the more you use a certain form, the faster it levels up. You don't go that style. That game doesn't level up that way, unfortunately. Oh, there's guys behind me. Yeah, you got to watch your radar at all times, so this game's pretty... There's a lot to do, so you got to watch your radar and watch the screen. There's another... Oh, did you see that little thing floating earlier? That's how you level up. You collect those. So see, my dragon leveled up. Oh, and then here's your super meter. Each dragon has a different super move. I like the glide wing because there's no weapon. There's no health recovery in this game. If you use this dragon's super move, you could recover some of your health. And in this game, you get one hit does a ton of damage. Like I said, this game has really, really brutal difficulty. But I refuse to put it on easy. Yeah, I'm getting hit like crazy here. Okay, so here we go. Super move. See, some of my health came back, and you're momentarily invincible. Okay, I'm going to use base wing again for the missile lock-on. Heavy wing's good for the boss. You don't have any, you can't dash like you can with these dragons, base wing and glide wing, but the heavy dragon does a lot of damage. Yeah, see, you can't do that. Heavy wing can't do that. So yeah, lots of depth to this game. It's an on-rail shooter, but tons of depth. So yeah, I don't like the level up system. I would give this game a 9.4 out of 10 if the level up system was based on dragon usage. And another thing, I would give it a 9.5 if some of the levels were better. Some of the levels I could do without. But that being said, great game. But yeah, some of the levels I'm not too fond of. Like there's one level your dragon's injured and he's just running on the ground and you can't fly. I don't like that level. I think it's level 5. Okay, switch to glide wing here because you have to rush here. See those like little walls coming in? You have to beat them. There's one more. Nah, I wasn't fast enough. Okay, come under this. So yeah, it's an on-rail shooter, but you could still control your dragon even though it's a predetermined path. So yeah, those are my two complaints. The level up system and some of the levels I don't like. I'm not a fan of some of the levels. But hey, it's not a perfect game. There's no perfect game out there. But I like to think that any game that gets a 9.5 or higher is the elite of the elite. Anything that's a 9 is, you must own it, is a must own. So, okay, here's the boss. The bosses are epic in this game. They take long to beat. This boss, some bosses take 10 minutes to beat. I think I could take this guy out in 3. So, first stage here, you want to go your base dragon, shoot a bunch of missiles. That's the health bar right there. Look how much health this thing has. Oh, I like the glide wing because see how big the reticle is? That, as long as you have things like within that reticle, you will home in on it with your gun. So yeah, you're gonna use the glide wing a lot. Yeah, I'm getting hit like crazy. I should beat this boss. Yeah, the bosses take forever to beat. Alright, that's stage 1 right there. Here's stage 2 of the boss. Yeah, just gonna fly around this big ass ship. Okay. Get some power back. The other dragons have more powerful super moves, but I like using this one because you get some of your power back. Yeah, I lost a lot trying explaining the gameplay, so I use the glide wing a lot. That's the dragon I mostly use because it has a fast gun. Oh, see how powerful the heavy wing is? I'm actually chipping away at this boss's power decently with this thing. See, the glide wing, you can shoot the missiles down pretty quick, but it doesn't do a lot of damage to the boss. So it's all strategy. So while it's not shooting missiles, you gotta switch to the other dragons. But see, then the guns are too slow to take out the missiles, so you're constantly changing dragon forms. Yeah, you can't stay in heavy wing because the guns are not fast enough to take out the missiles. But he has a super powerful super move, berserk move. It's called berserk. I just call it a super move because that's what it is. Okay, so you need the rush here. See, you rush, dodge that big missile, and you could take out the other ones. Okay, I'm gonna use berserks. Watch this. Watch me take out lots of power from this boss right now. Nah, that wasn't that great. I didn't aim it properly. Okay. I got hit. Yeah, they do a lot of damage. Oh yeah, get ready, dodge it. Yeah, this game's repetition. I mean, when you first play it, it might take you like 5 tries to beat this first level. You're not gonna beat this game in one sitting. You gotta like actually learn it. You gotta learn the controls. You gotta learn which dragons are best for what situation. It's a tough game. Yeah, look, when you get hit, it really does damage to you. Okay, I don't want to. I'm gonna beat this first boss. I'm about to die, but I'm not gonna take any risks with the heavy wing anymore. The switch. Yeah, I pretty much memorized this boss. Well, I was trying to show you guys the different strategies, but yeah, you gotta go with the base wing a lot of times, and it's just weak. It doesn't do much damage to the boss like this thing does. Okay, my super move's about, there you go. See how my health came up again? But this berserk move, super move, doesn't do much damage. I wasn't even paying attention to the missiles. Okay, I can't get hit anymore, I'm finished. There you go. Jeez, I'm gonna die. Okay. It's gonna be a close race here. Whoa, that was close. Okay, almost got him. Yeah, this is down to the wire right now. Oh, that was close. See my power? I barely had any left. I was trying to beat the boss stylishly, but I wasn't on it with my gameplay. Alright, second level, it's much brighter. I probably got a D. A C? I don't feel like I deserve a C. I got wrecked. And that's another reason this game's so good. It grades you, so of course you want to get an A. But yeah, I played this game for a few days, so I could. It's one of those games you can't jump right into. If you haven't played it for a while, you have to get your mechanics back down. So, yeah, I'm not doing that well, but at least I beat the first level here. Okay, second level. Second level looks really good, too. Yeah, it's going to be a 20-minute review. I'm already at 14. So let's just play some of the second. So you can see the graphics. Just got to remember, 2003. This was probably the best-looking game of 2003. I mean, it still looks good. Look at this game. I mean, graphics aren't everything, but damn. This showed what a powerhouse the Xbox was. Yeah, I looked this game up on eBay a while back. I don't think it's expensive yet. I still think you could get it for about $15, $20. So, and then it's not backwards compatible with Xbox 360. So the only way to play this game is to have an Xbox, which you should have for this game. It's worth having an Xbox just for this game. I think it's that good. My opinion, it's that good. Yeah, this game's so hard, like, you can't really admire the scenery. I refuse to put it in easy mode, too. That's an OCD I have. I cannot put a game in easy. Yeah, when you get hit, it really take you out. I'm waiting for a lot of enemies so I can get a big power boost. There you go. There you go. Got some of my power back. Okay, I'm going to go this way. There's branching paths, so I'm going to take the right. This part's pretty cool coming up. So there's a bunch of dragons down there, or whatever, horses, mythological horses, dragon here on the side, getting hit by his freaking missiles here. Yeah, the base wing's cool, because of all the missiles you could shoot. But yeah, I use the glide a lot. I like the fast gun. It's just weak. The game's a lot longer with this thing. There you go. I took them out. Now I can go heavy wing and take some of these guys out. This game ranks you by how many enemies you take out. So this thing's cool because it takes out the enemies with one hit most of the time. Your basic enemies. Okay, so this thing's pretty cool coming up. So you want to get ahead of him. So I'm going to use my dash move. There you go. This next part's really cool coming up. Oh, it's already past the 20-minute review. Okay, just let me get past through this and then I'll end the review. You get the idea. Like I said, this game deserves a 20-minute review. Look at this. This is great. Who's behind me? Attacking me from behind. I don't think this game will ever age badly. Because it's set in more like a fantasy world. I think games set in a fantasy world, they tend to age better than games trying to be set in reality. I mean, this is kind of reality. It's like the woods or something. But it still aged well. Okay, here's a mini. This is not even the boss. This is a mini boss. And look at that power bar. Yeah, see how slow it is? I mean, if I go to heavy wing, you take more power out. So there you go. I died. So of course you could retry, and of course you don't retry at the mid-boss. You have to start all over at the beginning of the level. So it's a game where you have to practice a lot, but you know, you're going to get addicted to this game. If this game hooks you in, you will get addicted to it. It's really good. Alright everyone, happy Monday. Kick ass. Be safe. Take it easy. One of the best games on the original Xbox. If you have an original Xbox, buy this game right now. Look for it.